right, everyone, welcome to the 8th episode of Season 2, Resident Evil Resistance Interviews. Tonight we have Sparing Pickle, or Sparring Pickle, also known as just Pickle. What's up, bro?
What up, Ether? How are you, bro?
Doing good, man. I'm glad to have you.
Thank you. Always been a good friend from the game.
Alright, Pickle, first question. Who is your main survivor and main mastermind, and why?
Oh, man. I don't think I main anyone. I guess I played more Spencer than anyone as far as Mastermind. Survivor Jill's like my favorite, just because she's my favorite from RE or Resident Evil just in general. But honestly, I just love to play everyone and anyone, so I don't even feel like I have a main, to be honest.
Once RE3 dropped, what brought you to Resistance? And did you try the beta?
Yeah, I played the beta. I'm a OG in Resistance. I actually had a different gamer tag back then. Some people know my OG name and they know who I am from back in the day. But yeah, no, I loved the beta right away. I thought it was super cool. It was super unique. I wasn't too big of a fan of the Survivor end, but the Mastermind end I thought was so cool, so unique, and it's like it's always kind of something I've always wanted in video games, where it's like the interactive campaign. And then a player's in charge of it, so it's not just, you're running through the campaign, it's scripted, you know what's going to happen, this zombie's going to pop out of here every time. I just thought it was so cool and so unique. So yeah, I've been a super OG to this game.
In your opinion, what is the best squad of characters to have for a team?
I have like a slight vice against this because I'm sure you've heard me say, I used to say it all the time, it's the Val, Jan, Tyro, Jill. But people used to hate on me back in the day, like when I used to say that, people used to be like, Jill? You'd bring Jill over Sam? Oh, they get so mad and like literally put me down for saying that. But yeah, that's my favorite. Just because Jill to me is way more versatile than Sam. She could play cabs, she could do more trap damage, she could even do like a medic Jill, she could open doors. She's just so much more versatile than Sam, who's just, a crazy steroided out damage dealer. But yeah, that's what I think is the best. And I've actually thought that for a while.
Pickle, is there anyone in particular that inspired you to be better at the game and improve or change your style?
I'd say you, and then probably Violet, maybe. Just because you guys were like the first meta players I kind of met, and kind of like the first people I met that were like knew everyone or in tune with everything. Because I was always kind of like just keep my nose to the pavement and just kind of like grind it out Mastermind, just play that. I was never really into like who's who. So I'd say you two were probably the first ones that introduced me to being like, hey, this is have you ever heard of Pep? Ever heard of Dom? And kind of got me in tune with like, oh wow, there's some like really good players and there's kind of like an actual meta to the game. So you two kind of like put me onto that, to be honest.
Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, which is a gift that occurs because, I still wouldn't mind never knowing anybody. JK.
Do you play this game casually or competitively? Sweat or non-meta?
I'd say I'm casual, but like if you piss me off, I will come mess you up. So that's what I would go with. I'm definitely casual. I prefer to have fun, but like if there's a situation where I have to try hard, or if it's someone I just personally don't like, or I have a point to prove, I will get like that point proven.
Have you ever felt the game is too one-sided? More in favor of Survivor or more in favor of Mastermind?
Yeah, definitely. I felt it both ways. I feel like everybody's probably, if they're being honest, they probably felt it both ways. Well, if you're playing Mastermind and Survivor. But yeah, I've definitely been on the Mastermind end. Totally destroyed, totally like, why do I play this game? I feel helpless, like literally helpless. And then same thing on Survivor side. I'm sure the first time you played, like, anybody played like Link or Dark for the first time, you're like, what do you even do? How do you even stop this? This is unstoppable. So yeah, I felt very helpless on both sides in my Resistance career.
What's your best memory of this game, Pickle? And who were you with when it happened?
My favorite game ever, I won't say who it was because I actually like the Mastermind, and I don't even know if this would they'd even care if I threw their name out. But my favorite one ever was they were running like Infinite Nemi, and I was solo queue, so it was just me, and I was on Jill, like a max damage Jill Samurai, and I literally downed their Nemi like 6 or 7 times. I had like 3 babies with me who like never even took one shot at Nemesis. Like I remember at the exit, I'm like sitting there fighting him. We're like having a one-on-one fight, and the babies are just like watching me. And I ended up downing them again, and I get them all out. I get the 3 babies out. I down the Nemi, and like that was like literally my favorite game because like it was cool. It was like Jill versus Nemi, and then I've always enjoyed like the games. I know it's pretty far and few in between, but the games where like you can help the newer players and help get the players out. So it was like the best of both worlds to me. I got to fight Nemi with Jill the whole game, and then I got to help like some new players too.
What are your thoughts on the Resistance community as of right now? And why do you still playing it, Pickle?
My issue with the community is it doesn't like police itself, right? It doesn't care what anybody else has to say. So like I came from Dead by Daylight before this game, so I'm very familiar with asymmetrical games, and Dead by Daylight has like a very embracive community. Like it's very easy to get involved in the Dead by Daylight community, and basically Dead by Daylight kind of policed itself, right? So like people have probably heard the terms camping, tunneling, like these terms come from Dead by Daylight, and they have a negative connotation to them because majority of people don't find it fun, they don't find it skillful, and they don't enjoy it. So like when people do these things, it's like, what are you doing, right? But like Resistance, nobody seems to care. Like everybody just cares about wins or losses, and that's it, right? They don't care about the gameplay, how the game went. A lot of people don't even care about like cheating and duping, but that's like a whole other thing. But my issue's always just been like people, we gotta like hear the community out. Like I think it's a little too late now, it's too far saving. But like, you know, a year ago, if like we heard everybody out and listened to everyone, and then we kind of like conformed like what would, you know, the average person would enjoy, I think we'd have a way bigger community, a way bigger fan base, and we wouldn't be sitting here playing the same people again and again and have these terrible queues. And then, yeah, the second part why I keep playing it, I don't know, I'm addicted for some reason, I guess. I don't know why. I think maybe just friendship, I guess. I like a lot of the people in the game. I like to talk to them, so it's more of like a social thing for me than even the game itself at this point.
All right, Pickle, this one's kind of hard. How would you change the meta of this game? What would you add or remove from it? Maybe stronger creatures or more equipment points? What do you think?
A lot, I guess. Yeah, there'd be so much I'd change. First of all, like, it's Resident Evil, so it's gotta be primary creatures. I probably understand the whole rock, paper, scissors better than most people. Like, I'm a huge Nikolai gun hater, but I understand as like me as a majority creature mastermind, like if there wasn't guns and traps, everybody would just be like surplus Val, mixtape Martin, max damage Sam. So like I get the rock, paper, scissors aspects of it. But again, it's Resident Evil, so I think creatures have to be your primary focus, and then, you know, like traps, guns, other things should still be involved, but maybe not as strong, maybe kind of like secondary that kind of back it up. So I would definitely look at something changing that. The camera system is pretty broke. Play against Scooby Dom, and when they're lighting up all your cameras and like you don't even have a single camera to use, you're kind of like, okay. So the camera system itself's a little janky, and you know, really good players, which I guess is like two players out of everybody, but they can really show you how like even the camera system's a little broken. And then what I would change too would actually be like, obviously matchmaking would be wonderful. I think that's really needed in a game like this, because, you know, you take like, you know, Dark Toxicity versus a rank 2, like it's not even going to be enjoyable for anybody on either end. So I think like they should do some sort of matchmaking. And then I like old Dead by Daylight's like level up system, which was not all about getting out the exit and winning, right? So old Dead by Daylight before MMR, if you just like did really good throughout the game, you helped your team, you did the objective, you could still score the highest and get like the most points and get like, you know, a really, really good reward without even ever escaping or quote unquote winning, right? Like it was more about how well did you get the game. And I wish kind of Resident Evil did that or Resistance did that, because so many people are, it's like, you know, did they all 4 people get out or not? And that's all they care about. Even though like throughout the whole game you could have done amazing and then you died at the end or something like that. So I would definitely look at like creatures being stronger as and the primary focus, and then I would do something to help like, you know, casual players, solo players as far as matchmaking, and then just changing the whole reward system so it's not all did you get out or did you just lose, and it's, you know, it's not so finite as far as like winning or losses. You can actually get rewarded just for playing really good throughout the game.
All right, Pickle. Now it's time for the 2 fun questions. So just for fun, which player is the best with that?
This isn't the fun part, is it though, either? This is the part everybody wants, right?
Yep, it definitely is.
I just know this is the part everybody loves, yo. This is the part everyone just skips right to. Go ahead, sir.
All right, now, in your opinion, which player is the best with that particular survivor? So, best Valerie?
I don't want to say this, but if I had to be 100, which you're my really good friend, and this is your interview, so I'll keep it 100, it's definitely Violet. Violet's the best. Really good follow-ups, though. Adrian's really good. A really slept on, Leonardo. I know Len's jailbait, but Len on Val, whew, really good. But yeah, if I had to go, the Valerie I want on my team and the Valerie I don't want to play against would be Violet.
Best Jan?
Oh, this is the one that stirs all the controversy, right? I love you, Dark Toxicity. Yo, it's Dom. It's Dom, and it's Dom by like a mile. What Dom does is farther ahead than I think what any other survivor does. So if I even had to say like the best survivor just in general, it'd probably be Dom. Because I think what he does is that much like further ahead than what anyone else does. But there's a ton of really good Jans. So like I don't want anyone to sleep on either Jans. Like Dark Toxicity is really good. Secret Ninja is super good. Man, I don't know why I'm blanking on Jans. There's so many. Bam's really good. Yo, Bam is a genius, by the way. Super genius. So just think of what Bam's doing with USB Jan, right? Like, say I want to snipe Bam's team, right? And I want to make sure I get the win. I know Bam has USB, so I know there's 2 damage dealers. So really the best way to beat Bam would be to, like, play a camera game. It would be to, like, play guns, play traps, right? But then that actually feeds into what he's doing because he wants to play against guns, right? So, like, people don't think about that, like, right? They see, like, USB Jan as, like, a meme. But it's really genius because for the masterminds who, like, want to beat his team and snipe him, they know, like, their best shot is guns, which is, like, what he wants to play against. So, like, it's low-key pretty genius, to be honest.
Best Sam?
Best Sam. I know everyone says Pep. I never really played against Pep Sam. That's tough, man. Cody Lodi. I played against his Sam. He's really good. I had a hilarious moment where he was just punching my Yat again and again with Sam. I thought that was super funny. Joffrey. Yo, Joffrey's a really good Sam. People sleep on Joffrey's Sam. But yeah, best probably Cody. Cody was probably the best I've played against, to be honest.
Best Tyrone?
I'd go probably Adrian. I know Adrian's maybe not even a Tyrone main, but like the way Adrian just moves with Tyrone, like, dude, he's so hard to kill. He's so hard to like grab, slash, anything. His movement's just insane. Jared's good. I'd say Jared, but Jared should get like team leader award. I don't know. You don't ask that question, but like best team leader would probably be Jared because he can like vocally coach you to a W, which not many people could do. But yeah, I'd say the toughest, like being Mastermind playing against the Tyrone would probably be Adrian. Adrian's brutal to play against. He just is so hard to like just I don't know, just hurt or do your job, which is to try and kill him.
Best Martin?
Gloomy. Definitely Gloomy. Yeah, Gloomy's insane. Gloomy's totally insane. Gloomy is one of the few players that, like, I'll be playing Mastermind and then it's like him and 3 people and, like, they somehow still get to the end. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, Gloomy's absolutely insane on Martin.
Best Becca?
Best Becca. I don't know, Ether. Who do you think's the best Becca?
I think I am, bro. What about, like, we sing about me, bro. This is about you, bro.
I had to. Yeah, the funny thing is, I got a joke with this because at, like, one point I was friends with, like, you, True, and Paid. And what's crazy is all 3 of you have, like, super cool personalities. Like, all 3 of you are just the mans, right? So it's like... This has always just been such a funny subject to me. Plus, like, your guys, like, catfighting, like, was literally, like, some of my entertainment. Like, I remember, like, having bad days at work and then coming home and watching you 3 bicker in a group chat, and, like, it would just, like, cheer me right up. But, I mean, I would take you, just because I think you're more, you have, like, more practice versus, like, some of the more unfun or / meta builds. For sure, but I mean, True's good. Lizzie's really, really good as Becca too. I think people sleep on Lizzie. Lizzie's a super good Becca. But yeah, if I had to take like a number 1 overall, I'd go with you. But shout out to True, Payne, and Lizzie.
Thank you very much, Pickle. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, bro.
And
Plus,
finally,
I've been rocked by you too many times to not say you.
Best Jill.
Best Jill. Oh man. Oh, this reminds me, in the Jans, this is who I was thinking of, Scooby. People always say Jill, Scooby and Jill. Nah, dude, let Scooby play Jan. I know he's always with Dom, but let Scooby play Jan. He'll mess you up. Like, he was actually the first person ever that, like, sweated on my cams, and I'll never forget that. So, like, Scooby was actually the one that introduced me to, like, sweaty Jans. But I'll give him props on Jill, because he does things that no Jills really do, as far as like kicking. Like, I was playing against him with creatures, he was kicking the crap out of me. So he'll go there. But if I had to do 2 best Jills, I'm gonna go Firebird Fred and then Darkness OG. I say are the 2 best Jills.
All right, Pickle. Now, in your opinion, which player is the best for that particular mastermind? So, best Daniel?
Best Daniel. That's tough, man, because Daniel's like so hard to play. Honestly, I'm just gonna go Bongo. I know we've all beaten Bongo and we've all beaten up Bongo, but like the dude would be like a 999 Daniel if he didn't stop playing, and to like get to a 999 Daniel or Daniel that high is like just impressive in general. So I'm just gonna go Bongo just for like the sheer will of playing Daniel that much. Then he's hilarious. If you ever watch his streams, the dude's super funny.
Best Alex?
Best Alex. I don't know. I know everyone would say Rat, but like I don't know. I don't have the best connection with Rat, so it's hard for me to say him. Maybe Dark because of his Trap Alex. I don't know. I guess I'll go with Dark Toxicity with his Trap Alex because that's a pretty brutal. I don't know if anyone's played against him, but it's pretty brutal to play against him on his Trap Alex.
Best Annette?
Best at that. It's like tough because Annette's pretty weak too. She's kind of like Daniel. I guess Dom maybe. I think Dom's maybe giving me the most L's like on a team versus Annette. So that would make sense. I can't really think of any other Annette I don't know. I kind of like my ambush in that. I think my ambush in that gets slept on. I've beaten like all you people with that build, except for like Dom recently. But yeah, anyone but me, I would go. I'd probably go Dom just because he's kind of like the Annette that can like beat team.
Best Spencer?
All right, this one's easy, and no one. I've watched a few of the interviews. No one's mentioned this person. This is the easiest one by far. By far, and the fact that none of you resistance people said this person's name, like you're all haters for this. It's G Money Streets, by far. And then, trust me, I know y'all be like, oh my god, the voice line. I want some of y'all to play Terminal Spencer, and then voice line in between every goop, every shot, while you're keeping them off the terminal. Like, that is crazy skilled on the sticks. Like, just think about it, right? You gotta, like, L2, R2, shoot them. You gotta cycle through the deck, and then you gotta be tapping like L1 plus like up on the D-pad, all in between it. Like, that's crazy hard to do on the sticks. I know it's super annoying to everyone, but like, just try and do what G does, where he's shooting you, keeping you off the terminal, and he's voice line spamming at the same time. Like, that's tough to do on the sticks. Like, that takes stick, like, controller skills to do that.
And finally, Pickle, best Nikolai.
It's Dark Toxicity all day. That one's not even close to me. I think Dark's way better than Link, in my opinion. He's just way more brutal. He's way more punishing. Yeah, that guy's insane. That guy, like, is Nikolai. He should just change his name from Dark to just Nikolai.
Any final statements or anything you want to say, Pickle?
Yeah, I think, as far as, like, best survivors, like, to me, that's kind of always been kind of, like, a little cliche, because, like, if you take any of these survivors and then you put them on, like, a solo duo, they're gonna get messed up, right? So, like, best team, just shout out, like, Dom. Dom has definitely put together the best team as far as survivors. So I think, like, that should get a shout out, because, again, like, I know he might get mad at me saying this, but I've definitely bullied Dom on, like, when he's in, like, duo queue before. So, like, if you take these players and put them, like, by themselves, they'll get messed up. So, like, best team is really important. Shout out there. And then shout out Dark Toxicity, because he doesn't just play Nikolai. He'll play, like, almost any Mastermind build. Like, I've literally been like, yo, Dark, try this. And then he'll try it, play it, and catch, like, W's and get the build. So shout out to those two, because I think those two are, like, the best on both ends of the spectrum. Like, Dom's team is just insane, and then Dark Toxicity on the Mastermind end can basically just do anything. You could, like, literally just send him a build. He'll understand, like, what the strong points of it are, and then put it into, like, fruition and execute it immediately. Yeah, real quick. One other thing is, everyone stop sweating so hard, guys. The game's simply for fun. Our community's already dead. Can we all just relax and have fun, please? Would be my closing statement.
All right, Pickle. Thank you for doing this, bro. I appreciate it.
Nah, I love you, bro. I hope you enjoy your day as well.